Are you looking for the best budget miter saws under $200? In your budget? Well, in today's video we break down the top 5 best budget miter saws under $200 that are available on the market. I made this list based on their price, quality, durability, and more. To find out more information about this product, you can check out the description below, and also make sure you subscribe for more reviews. Okay, so let's get started with the video. At the first position of our list we have the Evolution RAGE3 miter saw. Even though this sliding compound miter saw is inexpensive, it still performed all the jobs we threw at it quite well. This isn't going to beat more expensive models by any means. But, for such a low price, it is surprisingly high quality. It cut through metal as easily as wood and was able to handle a variety of different materials. The lock mechanic was effective and easy to use. Plus, it didn't require a large amount of adjustment to make each cut accurately. The blade and material were easily positioned where we wanted them to be. We particularly loved that it came with a 10-inch blade. This prevented us from having to spend more money on a separate blade. The carbide blade is also quite nice, though it isn't necessarily as good as some more expensive options. The 15-amp motor was a nice surprise for such a cheap machine. This machine performed effectively and reliably. It is a quality tool that you can expect to get the job done when you need it to. The only real complaint we had was that the dust bag really wasn't worth much. It didn't do much to keep our workspace clean, and we found ourselves stopping a lot to clean up. Of course, it also doesn't come with fancy gadgets some of the more expensive saws do. Moving on to the next at number 2 with the Makita LS1040 miter saw. This saw almost as good as our number 1 pick. It has a powerful, 15-amp motor that is quite surprising for such an inexpensive machine. The motor is direct drive, so you don't have to worry about belts slipping or needing to be replaced. The performance was quite good, especially for a budget saw. We also loved how cleanly this saw cut. There was no ripping or fracturing along the edges. Instead, the cut was clean throughout the whole range. This saw is also decently portable. It isn't as heavy as some other options and is easy enough for one person to move around. This saw does not include many of the features more expensive saws include. However, that isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fewer features mean fewer things to break. Still, this is one of the best miter saw under $200. Furthermore, the turntable also did not lock into place very well. It jiggled quite a bit. While this did not mess up the accuracy of the cuts for us, it definitely could. The number 3rd position we have the Delta S26262L miter saw. When you are working with a potentially dangerous tool like a miter saw, having full control of your machine goes without saying. The S26262L, with its 10-inch sharp blade, will let you achieve that control with its electric blade system. The efficiency and quick response of the brake add more points over its competitors. Lightweight design is another feature that might not be very common for such machines. Thus, it is portable and offers convenience during transport from the table to the stand. With a price tag of less than the earlier mentioned saws, it is the best budget miter saw and a fair deal for cost constraints users. Regardless of being a battery-powered saw, it still offers the highest RPM rate of 5,500 among the ones already mentioned saws in the review. Furthermore, to avoid adding any overhead costs, it provides the convenience of working with any miter saw stands. The wrong fitting of the blade may cause unforeseen problems later. Therefore, the tool comes with a spindle lock that holds the spindle while you effortlessly change the blade. In this compound miter saw, the swing arm can move from 0 degrees to 47 degrees to the left. For mitering, it can cut nominal 4x4 and 2x6 at 90 degrees. If you plan on installing baseboards in the house, the miter saw with its accurate angled cutting will make clean joints. Additionally, while cutting, the laser provides a precise cutting path for making foolproof miter and bevel cuts. If you are creative, we ensure you that this miter saw by Delta will only polish and enhance your creativity, offering you a plethora of design ideas. Surprisingly enough, its economical price does not let you down anywhere. Next at number 4 we have the Metabo HPTC10FCH2S miter saw. Woodworkers looking for Hitachi Metabo miter saws are actually searching for precision, accuracy, and flexibility in making cuts. A miter saw with fewer cutting angles and options can never enhance your creativity. But at the same time, it is essential to be conscious of price. Metabo C10FCH2S15 Ampus, a highly suitable budget sliding miter saw. You have finally found a single bevel compound miter saw that knows what it is supposed to do without breaking your wallet. The miter saw is famous for making accurate cuts without creating blunt edges or leaving ugly marks on the board. It is way less than many miter saws from a price point, but simultaneously gives a tough competition for making flexible cuts. It can tilt 0 to 52 degrees on both sides, offering you a range of cutting options. Though it does not come with a laser guide, it weighs less than many other Hitachi models. The lightweight makes it highly maneuverable and portable. The miter saws are well made when it comes to a dust collection system. Therefore, there is less pressure on the dust collector integrated into Hitachi products. The vice clamp is pretty strong in keeping the boards in place. Therefore, you can focus more on cutting instead of holding the board down. If you are interested in making precision cuts with this compound miter, you can set the bevel angle from 0-45 degrees. The thumb-actuated positive stops let you showcase your creativity cut after cut. Finally, the table on the 10-inch compound miter saw offers you ample room to adjust even larger boards while making miter or bevel cuts. If you are thrifty but still want a bang for your money to fulfill your DIY projects, do not think twice and go for this 10-inch compound miter saw. And finally, at number 5th position, we have the Chicago Electric 10-inch sliding compound miter saw. You might think that Chicago Electric is a new brand on the market. Therefore, beginners need to know that it usually goes by Harbor Freight Tools, a much more established name. This is a durable 10-inch miter saw with a blade slide function. The build and design are sturdy and well made. This is among the best sliding miter saw under $200 for DIY and light cutting jobs. The miter saw comes with a powerful 15-amp motor which produces 5000 RPM for making cleaner and swifter crosscuts. You can easily cut 12 inches wide bore. The blade is attached to an arbor size of 5/8. For mitering with this miter saw, you can adjust the plate 45 degrees to the left and right, allowing you to make a range of angled cuts in between. For bevel cuts, you get 45 degrees of angle range but only on the left side. However, this range is ample for making picture frames. One thing that might differ from others is that the miter saw does not come with a blade integrated into the final deal. Thus, the lower price of the miter saw seems to be a deliberate effort. The saw works great for DIYers and light-duty tasks of homeowners. The handles on both sides of the table make it highly portable. The saw table offers ample space to provide stability to the board. Additionally, you can also work on simple crown moldings and PVC cuts with this miter saw. The back fence system keeps the board in place while you focus on making clean and accurate cuts. The large D handle keeps your finger tightly curled around it while you press the trigger. For efficient dust collection, the miter saw comes with a dust bag. Thanks for watching, and that's all for now. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Till next time.